Hey BC, it's me back so soon. Well, you know, I woke up this morning and I saw on my phone notifications that there's not only a video from Anthony Camplone for the first time in 5 months, but another video from James Buttery, who's always entertaining, and it just, you know, it kind of brightened my day right from the moment and made my morning workout extra sweaty and wonderful. And thanks, guys. Didn't have a chance to comment, but you know, you've inspired me to come on and make another video. Like I've said before, I am so far beyond. You know, the world's going to hell, but I'm gonna buy records and listen to them. I mean, what else is there to do? All right. So let's just get right into it. Okay. This is gonna be mostly jazz, some soul and funk, and some prog at the end. So, all right, here we go. Some jazz. This is a pretty rare record. Lou Donaldson, good gracious. Blue Note from 1963. Grant Green on guitar, John Patton on organ, and Ben Dixon on drums. Look at that cover. You know, it was a different time, huh? Jacket's not in the best shape. And the record is, unfortunately, just this side of listenable. There's a lot of surface noise, but it doesn't skip. But it's pretty rough. So I got it for a really good price, so I can't really complain. You know, decent copies go for hundreds of dollars. So, yeah, this is pretty good. You know, organ jazz from the '60s. You know, not totally my thing, but I really love Grant Green's guitar playing. So tasty. Some more organ jazz, but you know, I say this all the time that organ jazz isn't really my thing, but I also said that when I see Blue Notes around there, you know, in decent shape and not an outrageous amount of money, I'm going to buy them. And so a lot of that stuff is organ jazz. So here we have the incredible Jimmy Smith Midnight Special. This is earlier from 1961. I'm not sure what pressing this is. It's still a blue and white label, RVG and the Dead Wax, but I really couldn't tell you. It's an absolute first pressing. I doubt it. You know, Jimmy Smith sold a lot of records, unlike, you know, this did not sell a lot of copies. So yeah, this is Jimmy Smith on organ with Stanley Turrentine on saxophone, Kitty Burrell on guitar, and Donald Bailey on drums. You know, if all you're familiar with is Jimmy Smith's Verve recordings, which were later, those can be a little cheesy, or maybe they weren't later. I'm really not an expert on Jimmy Smith, but the ones I've heard on Verve are a little more commercial, a little more cheesy. This is just straight up soul jazz. You know, excellent. This is in really nice shape too. Beautiful record, beautiful. All right. This is one that I've been kind of looking for a long time. One of those records I wish I bought back in, you know, the day. But it's not one you don't see around a lot, even though it's on a major label. It's Herbie Hancock's Fat Albert Rotunda, his first record for Warner Brothers from 1969. And this is right before the Mondici stuff, crossings and sextant and all that stuff. But it includes some of the Mondici players on here. But Joe Henderson's on here, Johnny Coles, Garnet Brown, Tootie Heath, Buster Williams. Buster Williams would go on to be in that band. This is, you know, again, this is kind of great soul jazz with Herbie's, you know, compositions and stuff. And yeah, this is great. I love it. It's original olive green label, Warner Brothers. Cool stuff. Here's a posthumous Coltrane record that I have on CD. I've had it on CD forever, but thought it'd be nice to have it on vinyl. It's The Gentle Side, John Coltrane, 2 LP set. Came out in 1975. And it's exactly what it says on the tin. It's, you know, him playing ballads and stuff from, you know, recordings with Duke Ellington and with Johnny Hartman and you know, stuff like that, and you know, the gentle ballady things. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful, beautiful. A Coltrane Acolyte, Archie Shepp record I didn't have. Things Have Got to Change, featuring the voice of Joe Lee Wilson. Not really sure who that is. this has a whole bunch of people on it. Grachan Moncourt III, James Spalding, Leroy Jenkins, Dave Burrell. Yeah, I mean, on and on and on it goes. Lots of vocals, a whole, 2 long tracks. The first side is like, give me my money, I want my money. And yeah, 1971 on Impulse. Jacket Speed, the vinyl's in great shape though. Cool. This was it still sealed? I can't remember. Anyway, really nice shape. Barry Miles. His self-titled record on, what is this? It's on Poppy, distributed by RCA. So Barry Miles on piano, RMI electric piano, Jack Wilkins guitar, Joe Corsello drums, Rod King bass, Ray Barretto conga, Lou Soloff on trumpet, Lou Delgado on woodwinds, and Joel Kay on woodwinds. This is a really nice fusion record. Jazz rock fusion, whatever you want to call it. And I don't think he made a whole bunch of records, but it's also a promo stamp. It's got this promo stamp here. Yeah, this is cool. Nice, like it. Here's another Blue Note. Like I said, if I see them, I buy them. But this was disappointing. Gene Harris, Nexus, from 1975. It's in beautiful shape. And, I thought 75, there's still potential there. Produced by, a bunch of people. I mean, maybe that should have been the tip-off here. Jerry Peters, Jim Shiflett, and Keg Johnson, the Magnificent Three. Well, they do a really bland job, and the material's really bland, and the singing is really bland, and the playing is really bland, and it's just not good, I don't think. What was I babbling about, objectively good music? Like Teddy and I were talking about, I think it's really hard to really put your finger on something that's just objectively bad. And I think, to me, it's like objectively bad music is when you don't succeed in what you're setting out to do. I mean, if you were setting out to make a commercial, catchy, hit record, they failed miserably, and they didn't even manage to make a good commercial record, you know what I mean? So I think that makes it a bad record. I'm just gonna say that. All right, cheers. Yeah. Dislike. Whatever. All right, so that's the jazz records. Here's a P-Funk related record, but again, I pick these up when I see them, and they're not completely trash, and they're not a bajillion dollars. Fred Wesley and the Horny Horns, featuring Maceo Parker. A blow for me, a toot for you. The 70s, 1977. Produced by George Clinton. Has a classic Up to the Downstroke on here. A blow for me, a toot for you. And it's basically a P-Funk record. Bootsy and Gary Scheider, Mike Hampton, all those dudes. Yeah, killer. A later P-Funk thing. I thought I had this. I mean, I did it one time, but I guess I ditched it when I got the CD and regretted it. So I saw this still in the shrink wrap, and this is Andreas, Sonic Mainlander, if you're watching. I'm going to keep the shrink wrap on this one, okay? But, belt and suspenders, it's in a Blake sleeve as well, got to keep those. Anyway, so it's the P-Funk All-Stars. Urban Dance Floor Gorilla from 1983 on CBS. Yeah, this is great. I mean, the 83, yeah, there's some 80s kind of production in here, but it's still P-Funk, and it's grooving. And now, the reason why I'm keeping the shrink wrap on here is, multi reasons, but it's not the hype sticker so much. It's really this price tag here. Now, let's see if you can see. The name of the store is Port O'Call. It looks like they've stolen an R. Crumb drawing there. But look at the price there, $8.67. Assuming that's in 1983, with the hype sticker and stuff, tells me this is probably a first pressing of this. I think it just goes to show that records were always expensive. $8.67 in 1983 was, it was not insignificant amount of cash to plunk down on, something. I remember those days. But anyway, I thought that was interesting. And, you know, shrink wrap. All right, now I'm trying to remember if I showed this record, and if I did, I apologize. But here it is again. It's a great record. Kind of was, you know, speaking of Anthony Camplone, he had shown this, and it reminded me, you know, I really want this record. And I'd been looking, and I found it at this record show a while ago. Donna Summer, Love to Love You Baby. I'm also looking for the I Feel Love 12-inch, would be nice. This is from 1975. Yeah, side one is the whole Love to Love You Baby thing, and Giorgio Moroder's production is just so spot on. It's a lot less like synthetic than I remembered it being. I hadn't heard this in a really long time. It's actually quite organic sounding, lots of electric piano and, you know, real drums and stuff. It's awesome. It's just awesome. You know, it's and sexy as hell. Yeah, all right. Now here's another band that I'm looking to get at least their classic records on vinyl, because I mean the CDs are okay, but I'd really like to have them on vinyl. But they're hard to find in good shape. War. It's the band. The World is a Ghetto. This is on United Artists. Yeah, United Artists from 1972. Really nice copy of this. Just classic. You know, they sold a lot of records. Yeah, these are fairly common, but they're hard to find in good shape. As we go forward here, that's going to be a common theme. Okay, so the Cisco Kid, you know, that was a big hit. The World's a Ghetto was a hit. My Four Corner Room is a really great track. You know, so War, you know, was you know, I think who was that British guy? He was no longer in it by this time, but you know, it was a mixed race, funk rock, kind of horn driven, but not like in a Chicago way sort of band. Really good stuff. Really enjoyed hearing that on vinyl, cranking it up. It was like, wow, that is just awesome. You know, I'll say one thing about the '70s is they knew how to make a record. You know, they knew how to make it sound good. You know, and you know, I guess because it was. Anyway, whatever. All right, so shout out now to the Dr. Rhythm channel, and here's a bunch of records I've been gathering over the last several months. I haven't been able to find a lot of them because they're around, but they're trashed. It's like party records, you know, and like, yeah, you can almost like snort the cocaine residue off the grooves of these records, you know. I mean, you get better than trying to play them. But so anyway, and I'd shown another one earlier that I found sealed. That was cool. And anyway, so Bobby Womack. Dr. Rhythm channel has shown Bobby Womack amongst some other great soul records, and it's just constantly a reminder that, Rodger, you need to up your soul game, because you love that music but you don't have a lot. You have it on CD and comps and stuff, but you really need to, you know, dive deep into it. So Bobby Womack, the poet. This is from 1980. What does it say? 81, 82, something like that. Look at that beautiful guitar. This is stone cold classic. I don't know if there were any hits on this, or really if he had many hits at this point in his career. But this is great soul. You know, just there's some disco touches, I guess. You know, but the production is really strong on this. Who produced this? Bobby Womack. Recorded to Ken Dunn in Burbank. That probably has something to do with it too. You know what's interesting about these records is Dorothy Ashby plays on like all of them. You can't hear her, I can't hear her, but she's there supposedly. So Bobby Womack, the poet, awesome record. This is later Womagic on MCA from 1986, produced by Chips Moman. This also has some pretty decent production, you know, and it has, you know, the thing about Bobby Womack is that he's got kind of a country feel about him, you know, and kind of a rock thing. Yeah, really interesting stuff. Really dig it. Here's even later, Bobby Womack, The Last Soul Man. Look, it's also in its shrink wrap for similar reasons here. So what year is this from? This is 1987 on MCA. This is starting to suffer from some bad production here. Produced by Bobby Womack and Frank Hamilton III. I'm not sure who that is. It has its moments, but again, you got a hype sticker and you get a price tag here, $8.49 in 1987. I think I paid $4 for it. And then finally, So Many Rivers on MCA from 1985. Oops, sorry, not in the right order. This has got some really nice moments on it too, although the production is, produced by Bobby Womack and James Gadsden. My impression is he kind of had a hard time finding a sound that would would identify him, because really the sound of these records are very different from each other, although his voice is very distinctive and recognizable. Yeah, I'm digging this stuff. It's a little bit commercial and whatever, but it is what it is. Said Idiot Man. All right, cheers, everybody. Almost done here. Now we're gonna move into the prog, progressive music. Here's Evangelos Papathanassiou. How do you say his name? Evangelos. Record Ignacio. It's a soundtrack on Egg. Yeah, this jacket's a little messed up, but the vinyl is perfect. Yeah, on Egg Records, French Egg Records from 1977. 2 side-long tracks. Side 2 kind of does it more for me than side 1, and it's a soundtrack, so I would expect it to kind of go all over the place. I think of Carm when I listen to Evangelos, and I see Evangelos records, and I buy them and I bring them home and I listen to them. Yeah, I'm glad to have this, especially on Egg. Egg, it's so cool. Cool label, collectible in its own right? And then let's see, some real prog. Here's some Canterbury stuff. Caravan for Girls Who Grow Plump in the Night. It's a very nice title, is it? This is an original UK copy on Deram. I forget when this is from, where it fits in their discography. A little bit later from their classic stuff, but with such great musicianship, and the songwriting can be a little twee sometimes, but the playing is really great, and the ambitious forms and stuff. Caravan, classic Canterbury, and then an even later Caravan record, Cunning Stunts. That cool Hypnosis sleeve. This has its moments, although they're trying to get radio play or something that radio play that was never going to happen. By 1975. It's okay. Finally, a Gentle Giant record I've been looking for a while. I'd love to have an original British Vertigo swirl, but I don't want to pay tons of money for this record. I love this record, but not like $200 much. I don't love it $200 much. Okay. So a U.S. pressing of Gentle Giant's Octopus. Arguably their best record. Arguably. I don't know. This whole run they did, Three Friends and Glass House, and those are great records too. Gentle Giant. The epitome of prog, Headley, it's not your thing, I'm sure. But the thing about this band, as opposed to like a band like Yes, is that these guys could actually sing and do interesting things with melodies and hocketed contrapuntal things, and maybe it was the lyrics were kind of whatever, but I quite enjoy the singing on Gentle Giant records, and that really goes a long way to enjoy a prog record to me, is because oftentimes it's the vocals that really will bring down a prog masterpiece, or otherwise erstwhile masterpiece. This is a genuine masterpiece. Great album. Yeah. All right. That's it. It's not it. There's more. But hopefully I'm going to catch up. take care, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Please leave your comments. I'm sorry I haven't been responding, but I do read them and I really do appreciate them. And I love you all. Take care. See you soon. Bye.